Today, I'm going to be showcasing my Premiere Pro keyboard shortcuts. I personally customized these shortcuts, and I'll be leaving the file in a link description down below. I've personally customized every setting in here to best optimize my needs, and I've been doing this for the past 10 years. I also implemented the same exact keyboard shortcuts into DaVinci Resolve, so I'll do a sequel to this video highlighting how I use these shortcuts so every piece of video editing software I use is consistent throughout the board. Now, here we have open a project. We just have the footage open, and I want to just go over all the essentials that I use every day. Some of these are already in Premiere, but some of these are just so ingrained to me that I don't know the difference between what's Premiere and what's mine. Now, the most important one that I was taught was Z and Shift Z. Z and Shift Z is to move around the timeline and you can zoom in and out. This is super fast when you need to get from one place to another. I never need to, my wrist never leaves Z and Shift Z. Then we have C, obviously, which is cut. And then we have V, which is your selection tool, super simple. Then I have A and Shift A. This is track forward, select, and back. This is super useful when you're moving things on the edit, on the timeline, and you're just trying to get around quickly. And then there's the obvious ones of Q and W. Those are very stereotypical across most editing softwares. Then you have a good other example is like Y, where you can move through the clip. Let me shorten this clip so you can see more what I'm talking about. You can select and move in the clip. That's like the film like tool. I don't remember what it's called. What's it called? Slip tool. Yeah. Exceptional. I use that all the time. You can also use N, which is like the slide tool. So if you have an edit and you need to slide the edit, you can do N. This doesn't work because it's yeah. So you can do N and you can move the edit point. I use Y and N all the time. Find it super helpful. Obviously, Command Z is to undo. Another one that's useful is T for text. That's in the regular one. But one of my favorites that I just added was actually Command J. This opens up the monitor tab. So if you have a laptop or you have a second monitor, you can toggle between having it show a full screen playback. This is so useful because I'm always I have my laptop open and I always am going in between of showing full screen, whether I need a script open on the other monitor or I want to see the full edit and be immersed in the editing experience. Some other ones, tilde is full screen, which I can't believe other softwares haven't copied because it's so useful when you're on a laptop to be able to see the timeline in full screen. And that pretty much sums up all my shortcuts. I bet there are others that I don't know because I'm so immersed, but basically the key is you have your Z and you have your X to cut between all your different, you have X to chop your timelines, you have Q and W to trim your tail ends, you have Command Z to undo, you have A, track forward select, Shift A, track select back, S that toggles, should be toggling snap, but it's not. You have P that can do your pen tool, you have V that can do your selection. I mean, I learned Premiere first, and so I still prefer to edit longer projects in Premiere. I do more social media work in DaVinci Resolve because I'm also used to that. But for longer stuff, I still prefer Premiere. It still seems to be snappier and has a lot more professional features, in my opinion. Other than that, if you guys have any other questions, let me know down below, and I'll see you next week.